is and just try to kill him during the meta. But Tempo will try to do the same thing. Like, it's a lot of slow. Centaur already got the hoof stomp.
Yeah, Nature's Grasp, hoof stomp, arrow. Lots of ways to catch a hero as they all shift up towards top. Well, this is something that Tempo often like to do as well. You know, start that tri lane, then shift the more supporting hero down bottom to help out their position 1. So Monkey King up top for now, scouts out the Centaur. Mitch pretty far forward. DNZ Mirana up there with LeBron and Noob's DP also lurking around in the northern part of the map. While Terrorblade scouting out Funnick, who is deforesting the right side of the map, skewering twice, I believe, already.
That's a third
Breaking
time.
a lot of trees. Third. Oh, wow.
And he also used Quelling Blade to cut down some of the extra trees, so Treant Protector can't approach. They see it's Treant Protector 5, so they know he's going to be paired up with the Terrorblade on the bottom lane.
And they also get a ward down in that deeper jungle. So they'll be able to see the kind of shifting movements of the Mirana, as well as the high ground ward up towards their mid tower.
Perhaps that wasn't wise.
Mirana's going to have a pretty difficult time, DNZ, to maneuver away from this top lane into more active areas with her arrows. Tempo's still keeping 3 up top. You've got your mid DP against Doom. Going to be pretty boring for the most part, the first couple of minutes. I think Krillat's Terrorblade just going to hide behind tower, so we'll keep eyes on that top lane where Nyx is Monkey King. He's toying with the idea of going for creeps. Arrow connect. Beautiful from DNZ. In we go onto the Monkey. Nyx is going to try and mischief his way out, but first blood, yet again, grabbed up by DNZ, and now Trick go down bottom to help out his TB.
And this is the lane that's going to go well for Tempo. They already started with the first blood, of course, but if Enchantress takes a creep, Mirana's just going to arrow it.
Just like that. Get rid of those big creeps. Good right clicks there from King R. I don't think DNZ is too bothered by it. And already Centaur 7-1 against the Monkeys 3-0 CS. It looks like it's another beautiful start to a game as Mitch is looking for the Enchantress. She gets out her Nature's Attendants, heals back up to full.
And now she's out of mana. This is the second time she's using Nature Attendant since I think it's the highest costing spell in the game, level 1, 170.
A nice little play onto the Treant down bottom, pressuring Krillat as well, as Lil was just chasing Treant around behind the creep wave. Terrorblade can farm under tower, and he's got plenty of regen there to sustain himself, also meeting up the creep waves. So Funnick can't drag it back and reset lane equilibrium a little closer to his tier 1. And Nyx really isn't having a good time. Can't really get close to creep wave. He's trying to boundless strike to
bottom lane. Krillat will
CS,
go
and
down.
they are going on the Terrorblade. The Shadow Realm.
They lost the vision.
It's held on too long. Lil has to launch it onto LeBron.
It was a nice play. First Bramble connected, then Skewer into another Bramble just to keep him in place. But, you know, Terrorblade for some reason has 13 armor plus 1 extra.
DP laying it on thick in that mid lane. CSing very well. About a wave and a half. Oh, hello. Boundless strike top lane. Nyx just about snipes out with the Mirana thanks to the Jingu stacks he built up. Good little swing in momentum there for HellRaisers. And now they can pressure Mitch away from the creep wave for the first time this laning phase.
That should definitely not happen. That's Mirana with Boots of Speed with the first blood. Enchantress didn't even have a point in enchant there, so I'm not sure how he died. I was just watching the bottom lane.
Yeah, just saw Mirana's health drop quickly. Bottom, like you're talking about. Both teams trading pretty evenly. Terrorblade's farm not suffering a great amount. And Treant is definitely struggling to stay in the lane though. That early move by Funnick, cutting down so many trees with Skewer, Quelling Blade. There's nowhere for LeBron to play from. He's just spamming out Nature's Grasp, trying to secure the creep wave here for Krillat.
Terrorblade's farming nicely. 15 and 5. LeBron's doing whatever he can. You mentioned the tree cutting, but still, decent CS and decent levels on TB. Level 4 miss in.
Pull into the large camp. Mirana with a DD rune secures King R and might even loop in towards mid. Xani's being slowed down, and there's another Spirit Siphon here. Maybe a bottle charge for Noob can allow them to keep this chase going. Xani's Scorched Earth is about to end, and DNZ just leaps on forward. They're diving past tier 1. Fairy Fire, not enough. Noob with a double null.
That double damage. Securing 2 kills. That's why it's so important to check the runes. Enchantress did not have enchant there to actually purge it off.
Look where Mirana is now. DNZ has made a long walk from top lane, gets a kill, mid lane gets a kill. He wants the hat trick. He wants to find someone down bottom, and with that arrow onto the Dark Willow, Nature's Grasp to slow her down. Skewer away from the bounty rune. Funnick gets it still. And Dark Willow will survive, throws out a Bramble Maze for good measure. Mirana thinking about giving chase up to high ground for the other bounty.
Middle tower is under attack.
Won't be able to go for it too deep, though.
Problem is they had no damage that goes into Shadow Realm. DP will pick up Bounty Rune on her side, refill some mana. Exorcism is online, and Catapult as well. Well, not for long. Doom just ate it. Arrow? Never mind.
It's a range creep. Well, Mitch has made a lane for himself elsewhere. He's dragging creep waves around now. Doesn't want to straight up lane against the Monkey King, who does naturally counteract that melee offlaner.
Mitch is in trouble. Mitch is actually dead.
Going for him, and the Dooms come as well. You're right. Looks like Mitch 6 feet under in a second. Burnt down by the Scorched Earth of Doom.
Well, no wonder his name is Xani. KS Ani. Stole the kill with the Scorched Earth.
How much damage does it do? A piddly amount. 30 damage. That's all it took to steal it. King R with a good deep observer ward here as well. Going to be scouting out where the TB loves to farm. As we see the shift from bottom lane westwards. Krillat is migrating along with all of his illusions. Triple Wraith Band TB. What's your saying, Lacoste, when someone buys Triple Wraith Band? What?
He's a tryhard. He wants to win that game. If you buy more than 2 Wraith Bands on hero like TB, Ricky, like, you know, stuff's serious. Arrow still available.
Lil's gonna snipe a courier on his way out. Shadow Realm Arrow connects to finish off the Dark Willow. Seems pretty worth it for Lil, though. Gets a courier, forces heroes into that area, so he opens up the map for the rest of his team.
Tempo has one of the best heroes besides Vibrant to just sit on the bottom tier 1 tower, collect XP, and that's Treant Protector. They can't push. Since TB is jungling, they need a hero that can just collect the XP, try to get some CS if possible, while Mirana can play aggressively on the other lanes.
Yeah, LeBron doesn't even have a point in living armor yet. Might pick up a value point now. He's hit 4. 2 points in the Nature's Grasp, like you're saying, lets him hold back the wave, keep that tier 1 tower nice and safe. And he does, in fact, have living armor now. As an arrow hits mid, DP was on her way up towards top, though. Looks like either miscommunication or Noob just doesn't feel like they can kill the Doom regardless of what happens.
DNZ just asserting dominance. You know, I can arrow you anytime I want, so you need to be careful, and then you move to a different lane. Rune spawning in a couple of seconds. There's a rotation from HellRaisers. Smoke on Krillat.
They want that TB. But again, he's so good at reading this map, realizing, you know, the fact that Mitch is in the creep wave, no one's pressuring him, means Monkey King's missing. Now showing his face. Mitch has Stampede, and he might be forced to use it here to run away, but it looks like they want to turn and fight. With the Exorcism arriving, they net and Curse Crown the Death Prophet. Mitch is still on the back of Nyx, really getting on his case, and the arrow just hitting the creep wave as it arrives. But Noob killing off the courier with some of those little ghosties. Really wants to push forward and look for this objective. Tier 1's open for them, and it's all space for Terrorblade as he continues farming back in the jungle.
I like what Xani is doing, not putting a skill in Doom. Guys, I have Doom. Yeah, that's your hero's name. You need to get your ulti up.
Yeah, what's up with that? At least Magnus has an RP. Two-man Boundless Strike and the Primal Spring in. RP's ready, catches DP. And with the Ghosts gone, that's Noob just falling so quickly as HellRaisers even up the kill score, and now the 2k lead for them in net worth coming in to doom the Centaur. They should be able to track back onto Mitch and take him down, dispatching with the four-legged man pretty quickly. As Tempo don't get the tower, don't get any kills, not even a single initiation from them.
Well, at least they're getting levels on Treant Protector on the bottom lane. He's level 6 before 10-minute mark on your position 4, which is always nice. They did not get too much out of that DP ulti. The execution was far from perfect.
Top tower is under attack.
Yeah, really halted in their tracks by Curse Crown and just the net from the troll as they set up top. Mitch has TP'd back to try and soak up this pretty big creep wave.
Centaur brother,
but
what are you doing?
So many chain stuns here. Centaur with a missed skewer though. That might be a nice little escape for Mitch to make, and LeBron even had the overgrowth, just in case.
His own kin turned against him. Centaur Conqueror against Centaur Warrunner. What's the little one called?
Radiant's
Corsa.
top tower is under
Okay.
attack.
Centaur Corsa. So Tempo, they realize, nothing happening top lane, not going to get that tower. They see everyone from HellRaisers lurking around up there. So coming quickly in with the Metamorphosis, Terrorblade getting involved, and they're getting that tier 1 mid. But it's still looking real good. HellRaisers, 2 of the top net worth heroes. Doom has over 5k. Monkey King is closing in on that as well. And even after what it felt like a really rough early laning stage for Nyx, but he's come back tremendously.
Radiant's top
Yeah, he's
tower
doing
is
fine.
under
He's
attack.
second on net worth. He got those 2 kills, last hits, and was involved in another 2 kills. So everything's working out fine for him. He's going to be empowered for most of the game, so his items are going to come online a bit faster than usual. Doom still deciding whether I go for a BKB, whether I buy a Blink Dagger,
Radiant's bottom tower is
but
under
he's
attack.
massive right now. Like,
Radiant's
maxed out
structures
Devour.
are fortified. Dire's top tower is under attack.
And he's got that bonus armor from the Toughness Aura too. No chance for the Radiant to defend the bottom tower with a catapult wave there from HellRaisers. So they try and go for the
Radiant's bottom
trade.
tower is under attack.
DP
Dire's top tower is under
opting
attack.
not to use Exorcism, just going to right click
Radiant's
it down.
bottom tower has
And he
fallen.
also found one of the best tier 1 items for himself, Faded Brooch on top of Phase Boots and Drums. He's just gonna be zooming in. Like, the chase potential is there with these 2 items. I still feel like getting a BKB first and then getting a Blink Dagger to set things up is much better.
Oh, Treant yet again holding out on this bottom lane. Trying to bait now, it looks like. LeBron just shows his face, waving his big, branchy arms.
Dire's
See
top
if
tower
anyone
is
from
under
HellRaisers
attack.
goes for the bait. But both Monkey, Magnus, even Dark Willow down here as well, the trio of heroes, not getting sucked in. As 2 TPs from Tempo, Noob, and DNZ, both looking to play reactively around the tree. Still a lot more time for the Terrorblade though, and he's catching up. Now overtaking Monkey King, closing in on that Doom's net worth. SNY is going to be done in a couple of minutes. Centaur has Blink in 600 gold. It's a far cry from game 2. This is much more competitive as they found the Dark Willow with a nice arrow from DNZ. And Lil, who yet again was on the enemy side of the river, scouting things out and dying for it.
Only 10 kills, 13 minutes in, still yet to see a big team fight. I guess they're just waiting 1 item on TB, that's the SNY you talked about, and they want to have a Blink Dagger on a Centaur so they can start things up.
And the Yules on DP just completed, so everything's synchronizing quite nicely. If they can get the items in their pockets. In a couple of minutes. Even a medallion on Treant, as he's been given a lot of room to farm.
I think we might see smoke from both sides at the same time. Looking at the items, Magnus, 100 gold away from a Blink Dagger, Doom, just 1,000 gold from BKB. So they're gonna force things out. Like, they have 2 of the best roach-taking heroes in the game, DP and Terrorblade. can connect, so they know something is up.
They absolutely do. And here comes Funnick. Close to Blink
That's a
Dagger.
good
Funnick's 100
shockwave.
gold away, but Noob is so low in HP. Terrorized, fake pumped by Lil. And Trian trapped in the middle of a bunch of heroes here, gets off a good overgrowth. The focus onto Lil, so the Dark Willow down with no buyback. Trade back onto LeBron, maybe gonna be there. One more hit, but he's under invis. Back away he goes with a skewered
There's the
RP.
big
Funnick
RP,
finds the
rematch.
slide in, drifting forward. Age is picked up by DNZ as Roshan falls, and Noob is about to drop as well. 6 feet under, the Death Prophet collapsed upon by 4 HellRaisers heroes. And even though Tempo got that first pick, the movement from Funnick without Blink manages to slide in all the way, wraps around, and skewers them across into the Wukongs.
It was only level 1 DP ulti, so it took them a while, like only 8 ghosts instead of 16. HellRaisers, they punish that. That's a pretty big deal, you know, stealing Roche from lineup that has both TB and that Prophet. I mean,
Radiant's
Morana
middle
still has
tower
that
is under
Aegis, but I don't think it's going to be very effective on Morana.
That's not really where you want it, is it? Ooh, arrow. Arrow? Ooh. I'm pretty sure Funnick knew the length of that arrow. He was fine. Not worrying at all.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Gotcha.
What's Monkey got coming? Nothing just yet. Oh, he's got 2,000 gold saved up as Dark Willow tries to get the Bedlam out onto the Centaur. No backup here for Mitch, so Blink Skewer in towards the Brambles. Doesn't quite get him close enough. That finishing blow of the Shockwave.
Magnus going for a bit of a different build than the usual offlaners do. Like, they don't get strength treads, they get mana boot, but they have enough mana sustain.
Sprites are with us.
Enchantress getting caught, arrow will fly out and connect, so that's going to be more than enough to bring King R down.
Yeah, good little initiation. It is just the Enchantress, though. But yeah, this Magnus, we've seen plenty of mid-Magnuses get very similar builds. Doesn't look like he'll be aiming for the Echo Saber, but he's got a medallion queued up. And he's going to be sitting on like 2,000 HP, tons of armor. And he could theoretically be that frontline hero here for HellRaisers. Doesn't necessarily need to be waiting in the fog, looking for that perfect Blink RP. As a Blink stomped up, catches Dark Willow, silence from Noob to stop any kind of Shadow Realm shenanigans. And the Spirit Siphon is enough damage to find Lil.
Now we can see the reason why most of the offlane mags go for mana boots, because you need mana sustain. Sometimes in mana boots on top of bottle. Like, he's really struggling. You need to have constant clarities running, and if you use Empower, that's 90 mana. Doom popped.
Onto Centaur, yeah, they dust him up. So Moonlight Shadow unable to give that umbrella of safety for Mitch. Dominating Doom now is Kasani. You said he was big 5 minutes ago. He's got BKB drums. And he is looking ready and raring to fight. As a plate mail is coming out to him as well.
They're stacking armor on their heroes. Mag going for that medallion against TB, against that Prophet. It's straight up physical damage coming out from these two heroes.
Monkey Manta into Ags, we've seen that plenty.
Nyx seems to be favoring Mantis style over BKB whenever he's playing against hero like Treant Protector, which I really like. You don't want to pop BKB and then try chasing heroes. This way you have like lower cooldown on an ability to dodge things.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, he's swapping things around. I see Blades of Alacrity and then a full MKB.
Oh. What's the reason for that, do you reckon?
I guess he changed his mind, like, I don't want to go for Ags, now switches back to Ags once again.
Well, we'll see if he makes up his mind. Yeah, already investing 1,000 gold into that blade makes Aghanims feel a little bit nicer. A 5k lead for HellRaisers, and it feels like Tempo have got to do something here to kind of get momentum back into their hands, and a smoke will do exactly that. They shift across the river, scouting out the Magnus with a TB illusion. Dual Scepter ready for Noob's Death Prophet, but initiating on this Magnus who has 1.8k HP on strength trend, they'll find the monkey instead. Magnus, can you get in there with a blink and an RP? He's silenced, so the answer is most definitely no. Both Exorcism and Metamorphosis popped here for a tier 2. And Tempo, that is a big kill to get if they can get some objectives off the back of it.
Well, Lil was trying to take the creep wave away. Backdoor region kicking in, still DP ulti running for the 15 seconds and the meta for like 20-ish, so more than enough to bring the tier 2 tower down. Age is gone on position 4 Mirana. It's time for HellRaisers to strike.
That is the key timing, isn't it, Lacoste? Age is down.
Yes, it is.
DNZ loses that second life. Good Bramble Maze. In comes Lil, trying to stop the outpost from being stolen. 30 seconds to that 20-minute mark. As Treant dusted up, they've got the catch onto Mirana thanks to the Doom with the clumsy net, and they are skewering across, looking for that additional strangling hero in the Treant, but instead, they'll just reclaim the outpost.
This Doom is just finding perfect items. First Faded Brooch for the first 10 minutes. Now he's holding onto Clumsy Net, so he has so many things to set things up. Oh, he canceled his TP. Figured out. Man, Rune is following. Maybe I should pick that up instead. So yeah.
Well, they find the DP. Noob really out of position here. Nowhere near his teammates in the enemy triangle. And Monkey King able just to leap across the canopy from tree to tree. Enabled by this Dark Willow. And it's just so simple when you put yourself in front of them like that.
I watched a lot of the Tempo games, and this is something that Noob struggles in the mid game. Whenever I say noob, like, people probably just think, like, which...
You're flaming him!
Yeah, which
Stop
player...
being so rude, Lacoste!
No, which player is he talking about? But I'm talking about Dead Prophet, where he gets caught outside of position multiple times. We've seen that in game number 1, where his Zeus got picked off so many times.
And a double damage rune on Monkey King. For a simple tier 1. Well, Funnick, with the help of Xani there, actually trying to trap up the TB, but fake pumping the RP. Funnick didn't feel comfortable committing for it. Terrorize also just being baited out there a little bit. Lil holding on to his cooldowns. Tempo wanting to try and get out of their shell, out of their base. The arrow scraping one of the butt cheeks of Dark Willow. But again, no flinching here from HellRaisers. They've got the two side lanes being farmed very effectively, efficiently. Monkey King and Doom keep gathering up all of this farm on the sides of the map. While again, it feels like Tempo are grouping up much more, and they're more limited in their options.
This type of lineup relies on going together once again. Same goes to game number 1, where they need to have all 5 heroes to make stuff happen.
And that plays into the hands of Reverse Polarity and Wukong's command. Smoke from HellRaisers. Noob, yet again, DP is just frontlining here as Monkey King jumps straight in on top of her with a Boundless Strike. They get the RP onto the 2. A counter initiation from the Centaur there, but the Terrorize is good. Sending Tempo back, and the damage from HR, it is substantial. 3 heroes in quick succession as DP, Centaur, and Treant all hit that ground with a thud.
This is the HellRaisers that I know that I used to watch 2-3 months ago, where the execution was on point. Like, what happened? Like, they've been really struggling, and this type of stuff is what I want to see.
Yeah, it was absolutely perfect. But again, it's down to Noob being kind of out of position. He's showing himself on the map. He's in this area where there's no towers. If you want backup, they've got to TP to tier 2. And you don't have heroes that can really maneuver themselves in those short periods of time. As HellRaisers really do pack a punch when they're able to jump the targets they desire. Well, Living Armor is going to top up the tier 1 for a couple of seconds. But again, this Monkey King and Doom pummeling into objectives.
Smoke from Tempo. They want to make something happen. Roche will respawn in 2 minutes. There is Courier from Dark Willow scouting things out inside the pit.
No RP for a minute. Monkey King on the other side of the map. I mean, right now it's kind of the job of King R to walk into them, right? Just say, hello, you're smoked. Come and kill me then. Show me what you got. But he's not going to do that. He's
Scanning.
going to get away with everybody else of HR, not giving away a single casualty. And with no Roshan alive, no tier 1 mid or top to take, Tempo are kind of left like headless chickens wondering, where do we go? What's our next move?
HellRaisers are spreading across the map nicely, getting the most out of it. Monkey King is massive at the moment. Full Aghanim Scepter Mantis style, just needs 2,000 gold to finish off his own KB. And Doom, sitting at 35 armor at this point. Like, Doom does not care. The only way you kill this Doom is if Terrorblade is low and use the Sunder on him.
Yeah, even then it's going to be a struggle. And every time a Tempo hero shows on the map like the Treant here, they are jumped on immediately. Arrow threads the needle between 4 HR heroes, but LeBron's life is forfeit, and he's forced to buy back, knowing that Roshan could very well be alive right now. We know, of course, 30 seconds until the big man returns. But Tempo, they are playing for every inch of this map and every inch of their tournament livelihood as they are slowly but surely slipping away with this final game.
Gotcha.
And you're just continuing to accelerate with Empowered Monkey, Empowered Doom.
Yeah, they feel
Radiant's bottom tower is under
comfortable just farming with these two heroes. Bottom lane constantly being pushed in. Enchantress scouting things out inside the pit with one of her creeps.
Does there come a point in this game where Terrorblade is going to be able to basically 1v5? Can Tempo keep him alive in fights for that long?
Not against these heroes. There is Terrorize, there's Doom. If they get a good initiation before Doom and Centaur uses ulti, Doom's target is Stevie.
Oh, Xani just getting away from that Blink Stomp. Tempo have spent their initiation a little bit here, and Doom is in, straight onto Noob. Pops his BKB, the Yule's up, he's going to buy a bit of time, but here's the Phonic, skewering her back and forcing the Stampede. Chain stuns abound, but HellRaisers just reset. Now Stampede's down, there's no overgrowth for 1.5 minutes, while HR keep every single ultimate ready for this proper next Roshan team fight.
The only thing they used is BKB on Doom. It's still very hard for Tempo to just get inside a pit and try to punish it. DP did a good job just holding onto that exorcism, not trying to pop it.
And this is the smoke that could really define Tempo's tournament run.
No
Able to
BKB
win
on
this
Doom.
fight. The BKB's down for Doom, so the Blink Stomp, it is good. Xani, half HP. The Terrorize will not keep him safe. Buyback's available there for the Doombringer. We'll see if he opts to pop it as Roshan scouted out and a Satyr Blast flying through from the pit. Clips onto the DP, but they are in there. Smoke now from the rest of HR. Bramble Maze, Arrow, everything just being chucked into this area, and Roshan down to about half HP. Boundless Strike and a jump onto Centaur. Mitchell's looking for a sneaky position there to make the initiation. Stomps up, but he's dead. Might have to buy back as Roshan drops low. The RP there is beautiful from Phonic. HR is straight onto them and into the Wukong's command. It's a triple for Monkey. HellRaisers have done it. 3 heroes dead. One has had to buy back, and a Centaur, but he's got no one left to fight with because LeBron's gone.
Xani was holding on for that buyback until they see them running inside the pit. Everyone was in perimeter to actually get a good catch, and Phonic, man, he really delivered this game. Multiple RPs with 2-3-man RPs, skewering them back inside Wukong's command. They did not give Doom Aegis, they just gave him cheese. Like, if he has a BKB, he's more than fine. I don't think they get a kill on him.
Oh, they gave him the perfect opportunity. We just saw back on the replay. When your DP and Terrorblade both walk into the same area, you let that Magnus have the double core. Reverse polarity. Phonic's going to take it any day of the week. He really has performed like you've been saying, as the Blink Stomp from Mitch, catching out the little Dark Willow. It's a kill, but it's a kill for kill's sake. You're not really going to get anything off the back of that. Just a little bit of gold to line your pockets. And I've got to say, I much prefer Phonic here playing your tanky initiation heroes rather than Venomancer.
Oh, that's for sure. Like, even though in the first game he missed a couple of combos with the Mars, try to go for big brain play, spear, and then use arena. It didn't work out a couple of times, but overall he had a good plays. He knows where he needs to stand instead of, you know, just playing this static hero like Venomancer. It's so little you can do with that one.
Yeah, there's no real nuance to it. You can't really play around with fog or the intentions of your teammates or your enemies.
Yeah.
To try and use them against them.
I'm gonna stand in fog, use this ward right here, put it on the northwest entrance. That's gonna be so dope.
Oh,
Like,
the pixel perfect ward placement, Lacoste.
yeah, Venomancer is just not that hero.
Skilled hero. Much nicer here, Funnick with the skewers and the RPs. The Solar Crest going to be helping out his Monkey King as well, who is really beefy. 20,000 net worth. Satanic is well on its way, on top of the Empower he's been getting all game. And a Solar Crest to boot. Nyx having a real great first 30 minutes of this match. And now you've got Aegis on him with Cheese on the Doom. Things start to darken for Tempo, as the Terrorblade really hasn't had the same luxuries as his opponents. Halberd and Manta, good little items there. Trying to work on the bigger Skadi, which can allow him to deal with these melee cores. You know, that is something worth pointing out. Very often Terrorblade, when he's in meta especially, or specifically, very good against your Monkey Kings, your Dooms, your Magnuses, as long as he's able to keep them at arm's reach.
Yeah, not unless HellRaisers gets the first good jump every single time. Then he's like, man, I'm inside of Wukong's command with half HP. What do I do?
Who do I sunder? How do I get out of here? It might be something worth thinking about for Nyx as well, or just going for that BKB to stop these kind of sunder plays. And he seems like the kind of player who wants to consider all the options. Satanic turns into a Moonshard as the Blink Stomp, catching onto the King or Enchantress, but Boundless Strike and the damage from Monkey King is more than enough to find DNZ as the Moonlight Shadow gets Mitch away off to the west, safe and sound. Attempted Funnick Skewer, nice try there, buddy. But HellRaisers with the upper hand once again, not even losing the tier 1 tower. Bottom is being bodyguarded. Enchantress has a creep in front of the tier 1. Nobody can take that tower down.
And touch the tower. Monkey King. Man, he's so farmed, he just bought a Moonshard. As his 4th item.
Yeah, why the hell not? Really, why the hell not? Oh, Death Prophet again, completely out in the open. Lincoln Sphere there, does pop one of the spells. Self-Yules to buy time against the Bedlam, but in comes the Monkey King! Bloody obliterates the Death Prophet! Holy shit!
He went for Boundless Strike, crit damage on top of Empower and Monkey King bar procced. That's just insane damage. I don't think
Baby!
DP expected this to happen. And he's been blessed by Gaben, Paladin and Sword. This is the item you want to get. Anything good on Tempo's side? I see Centaur with the spider legs, half human, half horse, half spider. Not too bad.
Sounds like Purge's character in our D&D campaign. Half of 20 different things. Blink Stomp, hello. Sentinel was in there. Mirana helps kill off the Dark Willow. And the Yules on the Doom stops any counter initiation. Where's the rest of HellRaisers? Here they come. The Skewer chops down the trees the monkey was jumping across. But HR, I don't think they'll grab anyone. Ooh, maybe. Stampede from Mitch gets him away from the dangerous monkey. Lurking in his natural habitat, the treetops.
One thing they have that is also good against TB, and we did not point out, is Enchant. You take away one of the illusions.
Very true. Terrorblade might have to worry about his own real life, not just the illusions. Mirana yet again just yulesing up and running away. Terrorblade TP home with no reveal around. The sentry comes just a fraction too late. Tempo doing a very good job kind of forcing HellRaisers to play this, game of tennis, basically, smashing the ball from one side of the court to the other, and not letting HellRaisers use this timing around the Aegis, which is going to expire in 1 minute. They haven't, they haven't gone high ground yet.
Yeah, Tempo's getting them real good. Network difference increases every minute by like 2,000. They're really
You
showing.
shut up.
They're really
Come on,
showing
there's a
them
silver.
right there.
There's a silver lining, Lacoste. DNZ dying might not be so silver, it's a bit more bronze. Godlike Monkey King on his way to stardom.
Fnatic had enough of these heroes hiding underneath the shadows. Treant Protector with level 10 talent and invisibility, so he says, screw it, I'm gonna buy Gem. I've had enough, we're gonna get rid of the vision. They have some vision on the northern part of the map, one near the middle, but that's gonna get rewarded pretty soon.
Well, they found LeBron
Dire's top tower is
trying
under
to
attack.
sneak an outpost under the nose of the Doom. And Monkey King bound the strike. Beyond godlike, 13, 2, and 6. So if he just, you know, dies once, has one assist, he's got one of the numbers. Oh, they found the TB? Oh dear.
This was gonna play out.
Oh, I feel better already.
Dog is missing.
I wouldn't say this game's slowly falling apart, but medium, let's say it at a medium speed.
So it hasn't fallen apart yet. It is
Yes.
falling apart still. Okay.
Radiant's middle
So
tower
what?
is under
What are the things going for Tempo right now? Because they're losing heroes just one by one, toppling like dominoes. Lose the tree at top, the TB mid, the Mirana falls mid as well, and now potentially high ground time for HellRaisers, or at the very least you force some buybacks.
And we are slowly reaching the speed of light here, considering how fast Monkey King's hitting the
Radiant's middle
towers.
tower has fallen.
What's the speed of light, Lacoste?
Radiant's
I don't know the
middle
exact
tower
number,
is
but
under
it's very
Is
speedy.
it 3
Gary,
times 10 to the 8 meters per second or something? I don't know. It's a
I
big
just
number.
wanted to sound smart, but failed to do so.
They're
Just
just
kidding.
diving tier 4s, Lacoste!
Radiant's
Your
don't
scientist,
care.
Gary. Skewer back.
Oh! Blink skewer, Mitch tries to stampede, but the chain stuns, the damage, the impetus shot, not quite enough. They do finally kill him off, though, as Xani with the Scorched Earth gets the killing blow. So another hero down, and Tempo having to fight 4 versus 5 yet again. Arrows trying to clear out creeps. Crypt Swarm being spammed out, Nature's Grasp to block the entrance to this high ground now. But Monkey King with Satanic Manta moving away from the arrow and letting Xani tank that up for him, who holds a BKB and a cheese. And the first lane of barracks, for the first time, going to go down here to HellRaisers. We've seen Tempo do this, 22 minutes
middle barracks has fallen.
every game.
It's
Game
just
1 and
too
game
much
2.
damage. Monkey King, level 25, parks himself in front of the tower, starts to get monkeys from Aghanim Scepter. Fnatic a bit further away, so they don't
Oh,
see them.
LeBron. He just wanted to defend the tower. He'll buy back now. The Yules into Cursed Crown. The Manta dodge that gets Krillat out of the stuns. As the Doombringer still holding BKB and the cheese, looking for any form of initiation.
HR
Arrow
just wants
there.
to reset. Magnus went in with the blink and skewer. Now it's ready up once again.
And Glimmer Cape looking for the jump. There it is. RP catches 2. The TV's the big ticket item though, and the damage is unstoppable. DPTV both dead, and this has got to be game over. There is no way back into this. Good luck further, says DNZ. HellRaisers keep themselves in the tournament, and Tempo, unfortunately, are out.
Yeah, I gotta say, watching Tempo play, they have been very one-dimensional.